When you think of Thailand, a few things immediately come straight to mind, such as beautiful beaches, friendly people, amazing food, amazing nightlife, tattoos, temples on temples on temples, monks, Buddhisms, elephants, and unfortunately for a lot of unlucky travellers finding out the hard way, deceptively beautiful men dressed up as women. Another association people will have with the country of Thailand is the martial art that was born in this country. In the West, we have boxing, in Brazil, jiu-jitsu, and in Japan, you have sumo, karate, and judo. However, in Thailand, you have what is known as Muay Thai. It's known as the art of the 8 limbs, as you're able to use almost anything to knock your opponent out. Hands, elbows, knees, shins, feet, everything is all good. Having originated in this very country, where better to witness a real, genuine fight than here? It should be a rite of passage for anyone who goes to travel to Thailand to actually go and see a real Muay Thai fight. And it's not as if it's particularly difficult to find somewhere you can watch a fight anyway. Throughout the country, in almost every major city, you will find some sort of venue, big or small, that put on Muay Thai fights. I decided to partake in this when I travelled to Chiang Mai for a couple of days. They range from specifically built Muay Thai stadiums to rings hidden behind a labyrinth of lady bars. My 2 particular venues of choice during my time there was Loi Kro and Taipei. Now don't make the mistake of thinking that just because these fights have been put on for the drunk, stupid foreigner that have come to observe that night, that it necessarily brings down the quality of the fight. Not only are they there for us foreigners to observe, but they're there for the young amateurs. Some of them will have dreams of becoming a professional Muay Thai fighter one day. And this is the opportunity. As far as many of the young amateurs are concerned, these fights are just as important as if they were fighting in front of a packed Madison Square Garden. And that as a result bring out some fucking exhilarating, bloodlusting fucking fights. Fucking hooks, sparking someone completely down to the floor. Head kicks, sending the fucking guy's jaw out of the stadium. Now, of course, at the end of the day, it is a show. It's a show put on for the foreigners. So yes, you will have some spectacular fucking fights. However, at the end of the day, it's still a show. So there will be some oddities, some freak shows thrown in. None more true in my case than witnessing a fight where one woman clearly did not belong in the ring. She had clearly just been asked that very night to fill in for someone who hadn't turned up, and she was just fucking annihilated by a fucking killer out for blood. You'll even find yourself in a halftime show kind of scenario where a bunch of people are blindfolded, thrown a ring together, have some fucking fun, let's see what happens. However, that did bring a little bit of a sad occasion. During one of the nights I observed, 2 children fought together. You can't necessarily look at that as being immoral or wrong, because just as much as if a kid was practicing boxing, if a kid played rugby, both of which are violent contact sports, but I don't really want to watch 2 children beat the shit out of each other. Not something I really want to partake in. I believe it's a rite of passage, it's a must do that everyone has to partake in during their time in Thailand, just to be in that atmosphere. The noise, the lights, the crowd screaming and cheering along. It's a complete and utter visceral, primeval environment. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Be sure to check out the website at www.travellingwelshman.com, where you can find guides, itineraries and blogs on all the countries I visited. And as always, drop those likes on Facebook, Instagram and the rest of it. And I'll see you next time.